Does AEW need Sheamus? And does WWE really need to have CM Punk as champ? Welcome back, everybody, to Screw Script, and your host, as always, Maverick. Thanks for joining me this Tuesday. Sorry it's been a handful of days. Got really busy around the 4th of July weekend. Hope you can understand. It is another edition of the Top Turnbuckle topic, but today I've got two topics because it was hard to pick between the two of them, and both are circulating in the news. Before I get to that really quick, just want to recap what's going to happen tomorrow at Beach Break. Let me know down below what your guys' predictions are. Takeshita and Fletcher face off for the International Championship. I have Takeshita retaining there, and I think it's possibly going to be match of the night. Women's Casino Gauntlet match is happening tomorrow. Do we see a debut? Do we see a return? Or is AEW going to play it safe and have one of their in-house women win the Gauntlet match? Let me know your prediction on that. As well as the big one, MJF and Omega. Does MJF come out as champ still? Or are we truly going to see Omega versus Ospreay at All In later on this August? AEW has a partnership with Twitch, exclusive pre-show and live stream Wednesday, July 8th, prior to Beach Break. Really cool to see them have a partnership with Twitch. WBD and All Elite Wrestling are partnered with Twitch. Hopefully they can keep moving stuff like that forward, get influencers on there. Maybe I should make a Twitch. I'm sure some people would be interested in that that's watching this video. Now that the recap is done, let's get into the top turnbuckle topics.
It's time to swoop, man. Maver's got the scoop. It's the top turnbuckle topic.
Like I said before, I had two. One of them, the first one, is going to be on Sheamus. He was released this past weekend from WWE, and I was fucking blown away, to say the least. I thought Sheamus was going to be a WWE lifer, much like the New Day. This is right up there with this release. I wrestled, I think, 16, 17 years with the promotion. And he literally did it all, minus winning the Intercontinental title. I believe was the only title he had not held in the WWE. Does AEW need a fella? It's a mixed bag for me. I don't know if they necessarily need him. It's more so, do they want him? If they want him enough, they could pair him in the Death Riders, have him reunite with Claudio. They don't need him, though, because he's also up there in age. I've been wrestling for almost 2 decades for WWE. I believe he's 48 years old, almost 49 now. I believe before he was released, he was the oldest active WWE wrestler. And now that he is gone, I think that is either CM Punk or Randy Orton, which we'll get to Punk in a minute here. Sheamus definitely has the body for pro wrestling still, as we've seen him on social media. He is still jacked for his age, but does he fit AEW's mold? Does he fit AEW's style? That's the question to be had here. Again, I could see where he could fit, but it's definitely not a need for them, which is why I put emphasis on the word need in the thumbnail of this video. It's a matter of want. Do they want Sheamus? Does Sheamus want AEW? Does he want to be in AEW and ride off in the sunset and finish his career there? You let me know down below what you think is going to happen with Sheamus, or do you think he joins maybe TNA or other smaller promotions to finish his career? Now on to, I think, the bigger one. I wanted to save this one for last for the top turnbuckle topics. It's CM Punk. Very divisive here, what I'm about to say next. I don't think CM Punk needed the title, and I'm going to go as far as saying that I think after all this time, AEW, Tony Khan, they did the right thing of letting him go. I mean, a guy like Chris Jericho calling CM Punk a cancer in the locker room is quite huge, because Jericho has been known to have his bouts with backstage drama over his many years of pro wrestling, but he always finds a way to reconcile with that person. So the fact that he approached CM Punk and said that, and then CM Punk was a punk, essentially, saying that it's none of his business, which is funny because he has always clamored that, hey, if you got a problem with me or anything that I say or do, come find me. But as soon as people come and find him, he's a fucking wimp. And I don't think he needed the title. He's 48 years old. He's going to be 49 this October, I believe. Or maybe he's 47, about to be 48. Either way, he's well past the prime age of pro wrestling. Hopefully he doesn't hold it for long. And I'm curious how much of this is a work and how much of this is legit, as Sami Zayn went off on socials after losing it, after only holding it for 9 days. I wasn't a big fan of him winning it. It's a lateral move because I'm not a fan of CM Punk winning it either. But let me know down below what your thoughts are on CM Punk basically pulling a Rock. Not fully. It's apples to oranges. When The Rock did it to him, I don't know, 2013, 14, something like that. He was going off to film a movie in Hollywood and stuff. Yes, CM Punk took time off after losing at WrestleMania, but it was a vacation, more or less. But the beef that was a week or two ago, I don't know how much of that is legit or not. You know, saying that there's backstage drama is what we saw. Not with individual wrestlers, but maybe higher up in TKO. And I think he got what he wanted. He wanted to be back on Raw for the Chicago show, and he was back at Raw for the Chicago show. And not only that, but he won a title. This could have been their pitch to fix the mess that WrestleMania was, because I think it was always supposed to be Punk to take it off of Cody, but then that crap happened. I haven't really been paying attention to WWE much, but this is big news that I wanted to talk about, as you see a lot of screenshots. Again, very divisive. There's a lot of people that are upset by it. Those are some screenshots that are rolling right now with comments from people that do not like this, but I've seen comments of people that do like this. So again, CM Punk has really been the center of divisiveness his whole career. CM Punk is not the CM Punk we once knew. I feel like 2013, 2014 CM Punk would be totally against the CM Punk of today. He would not have sold to Blood Money. He would not have returned to WWE. I feel like the only reason why he returned to WWE is because he probably was a cancer backstage and got Jericho, the Bucks and Omega, Tony Khan himself, Jack Perry, Colt Cabana, a longtime friend of his in the past. All of those people can't be in the wrong. The constant in all of this has been CM Punk over the years. And so I feel like it was for the best for AEW long term. I think they are thriving. I think they are doing a lot better without CM Punk. And again, I don't know how much of this is a work, how much of this is legit, but it's just interesting to see that stuff is happening, kind of brewing over in WWE. And then, you know, other WWE news that has happened, not really with their shows, but just a very controversial thing is Jey Uso. We know that he's been having a thing with Jada Parker. His wife filed for a divorce. I think it's because he gave her a yeast infection. In all seriousness, though, kind of saw this coming a mile away. Jey Uso is overrated in the ring and probably overrated as a husband. Going back to AEW now, look at this remaining summer for AEW. Here's a screen grab here. The next big AEW and ROH shows. We got Beach Break tomorrow. Can't wait for that. Redemption later this month. Grand Slam Mexico is going to be fucking fun. Death Before Dishonor for ROH is August 21st. All in London is the 30th, 2 days after my 32nd birthday, so that's going to be a fun weekend. And then September 26th is All Out. Those are all going to be stacked, phenomenal shows. Let me know down below which of these you're most excited for. I feel like most people will say All In, but honestly, I'm also equally excited for Grand Slam Mexico because the Mexico market is great, the crowd is great, and I'm very curious to see what's going to happen at that Grand Slam show for Dynamite. Now let's get on to one very good DDT. This DDT goes out to the horror, Misfit Matthew. Here's the original post, and I got a funny grab after. They need to move on, still using Punk's colors. And they announced All Out, which is Saturday, September 26th in Chicago, by the way. And this person definitely needs a refresher on history because last time I checked, CM Punk wasn't alive in 17, when Chicago made this their city flag colors. And it was actually shouted out by Triggered Wrestling, which love and hate some of their stuff, and I responded, I didn't know the Chicago flag was CM Punk's creation in 1917, and so for that reason, you are this video's DDT. That's all I had in this video. Again, shorter videos, but we are moving in 10 days, so just bear with me, keep the patience up. My videos will be longer again as soon as we are moved in by the end of the month, and I have some very exciting news to share with you guys in my next video. about something that my channel will have by the end of this month. As always, this has been Maverick with Studio Script. Thanks for watching.